for bottles, it's going to take about 72 minutes for those bottles to get out of the pasteurizer. After that, the bottles will get a label. Now, most of the beers we make here are going to go behind the pasteurizer and get a paper label applied with hot glue at around 700 bottles a minute. However, what you guys are looking at outside is our applied plastic labeling line. As the bottles come to that applied plastic labeling line, the only one that gets that is actually Bud Light. Maybe the plastic label save us a little bit of extra cash, and maybe they make Bud Light look a little tastier. However, due to its popularity and demand, Bud Light is 70% of what we brew is bottled here. So therefore it gets applied to the plastic label, and as it comes to the machine will pick up those bottles and spin them. And as it spins the bottle, it's going to apply a sticker label to the neck, the front, and the back of that bottle without overlapping any sieves at 800 bottles a minute. After that, like all of our containers, they will then get our born on date. Born on dates let you guys know a few things about your beer. One is a date or a Julian date for when that container was filled with seal. The next one is an initial from what brewery it came from. So anything that comes from here is going to get a letter M for Merrimack, an initial or a number for the line it came off of, and then finally a timestamp that runs every 15 minutes in case there's an issue with a batch of beer. They can pinpoint the problem and fix it. Bottles after that will then get cased up, brought to the warehouse. Canning is very similar. Cans actually come in two parts. The metal part on top that you crack open, and then the rest of the can, which is the body. Those two pieces will arrive to the rinser and filler on the canning line, where they are rinsed, filled, and constructed together at 1,650 cans a minute. Cans will then go through an electronic watchdog as well to make sure they are filled and constructed properly, if not, kicked off the line. They will then also be pasteurized, which only takes them 45 minutes since they are a thinner container. Born on dates will be printed on the bottom, and then they will be cased up and brought into the warehouse. Kegging is very different though, because on the kegging line, once the keg is filled and sealed, it's very difficult to pasteurize a keg because of all that surface area, so they won't be able to kill off all that remaining active yeast cells. So therefore, kegs go unpasteurized, which therefore, they will stay fresh for around 50 days, and it's the reason why you have to refrigerate them at all times. So, all the beers we make here, and everything else that we don't make that we get from other breweries to distribute to the New England area, we have the warehouse out back. Our warehouse has the capacity to hold around 200,000 cases of beer and a fridge large enough to hold 10,000
Those windows open.
Yes, I've gotten to see that fridge. It's very large. However, although those are very large numbers, it's not even 2 days worth of product that we need to get out to the New England area. So in order to get that stuff out as soon as possible, we have 125 tractor trailers coming in and out of this brewery every day. Not only that, when I've been telling you guys today about how fresh we want you guys to get your beers, if you look outside on the line right now, 85 to 95% of those bottles are going to be on the old road within 2 hours. And that's the life of a beer as it goes to the brewery. Any questions for me? Alright, do any of you guys want to check out the rinser and filler before we head into hospitality? Alright. Yes, alright. I'll take you guys in there. We're only going to spend like a minute, literally, because it is very loud and not too much to see, but it's cool to see it in action. So before we go into to hospitality, after we get out of the bottling, rinser and filler, I'm just going to go over the rules and stuff from the hospitality room. Everyone here, 21 years of age or older, gets 2 12-ounce beers of their choice. You must get them both. If you want both, up at the bar once you go up there.
Thank you.
We have a little red glowy BUDWEISER.
Makes life easier for me.
What we have on draft and what we have in bottles and cans. After you make your 2 selections, we have pretzels. Pretzels are for everybody. And for those who are not 21 or just simply not drinking today, or if you just want a soda or something afterwards, we have a Pepsi machine that has soda, water, juice, and tea. Cups are on the side. Have as many as you like. Once the last person is served, we'll have around 20-25 minutes for you guys to enjoy those beverages. And then after that, we'll head down and I'll tell you guys how to get to the spot.
This is annoying.
You haven't been there yet today. So, before we go in there, follow me. We're going to go to see the rinser and filler.